Hey, I want to talk to you about two things that can absolutely 10x the quality of your life and the success of your business. Two things, and I want to talk about why they're probably not working for you right now and give you some actions in regards to what you need to do. And I want you to think about this here. I'm going to be drawing, by the way, I'm going to show you some pictures. It's very guerrilla style Facebook Live. If you're watching this, as I'm drawing, just do me a favor and just type down watching below. Whether you're watching live or on replay is fine, but it helps other people in the group see the post. And Facebook's algorithms are really not in the creator's favor right now. So if you could do that, just type watching below right now. That'd be great. And I want to talk here about two things you can see here: sphere and goals. In other words, the goals you have for your life and the people in your life. And often there's a gap. There's this gap here. And this gap shows up as a lack of support. A lack of support. And it really hurts you. And if you've ever said, man, I wish my partner would support me more, or why don't my clients refer me more? And you've taken trainings from me or other people, and how do I get my clients to refer me more? I'm sick of asking all the time for people to refer me. It's tiring, it's exhausting. And then they go and use somebody else, and it's disappointing. And you end up, if you're honest, you end up with a broken heart because you're like, I poured my soul into that person and look at what they're doing. And the problem is there's this big separation between your goals, what you want, and the people in your life, the people in your email list, the people in your circle. And this lack of support, this broken heart happens like one little tear at a time. It's a horrible place to be. It's not a fun place to live. And what I want to show you today is how we can actually build a 10x life. And the 10x life looks way more like this because there's no separation. It's your goals plus your people. Your goals plus your people. Your goals plus your people. It's a whole life. You're not running around from one thing to another. And there's a reason, a very clear reason why people, there's a few reasons actually, why people don't support you in your goals, why people don't refer you as much as you would like or as much as you deserve or as much as you need to grow a business that's in flow. And there's a block. There's this big block here. There's this big block, and I'm going to draw it here. You saw it before, but we're going to draw it more as still a wiggly line because it still hurts. But it's like this wall here. There's a wall between your sphere and your goals, and it doesn't seem to matter what you do. You can't get people from this side here to support you in your goals. Can anyone guess what that wall is called? That wall is called, and it's actually named after an ocean, since we like to rename and name oceans these days. It's called the Sea of what? Can you guess? It's called the Sea of Unbelief. In other words, if the people in your circle fully believed in you, they would support you. But they don't. And your tendency in the past, I know because I've talked to many of you, is to blame the people. It's the people's fault. They're the wrong people. Maybe, might be, we'll get there. But we tend to blame the people. What's wrong with people these days? They're just out for themselves. They're so entitled. None of that thinking in any way helps people cross the sea of unbelief and support you. In fact, it pushes them further away. If I tell someone I don't believe you'll ever help me, you don't care about me, you're a meanie, you're all just out for yourself, most people I'm about to swear, we'll go, fuck you then. Most people will not cause them to jump across the sea of belief and say, you're right, you're right. I am a terrible person. I want to do better. Most people, that doesn't work that way. And so you have to change your attitude. But you also have to do something else. You and I, if we want people to fully support us in our goals, we have to take responsibility. And there's two reasons why people don't support us in our goals. The first is not because of your lack of discipline. It's not because of your lack of motivation. It's not because you're a bad person. It's simply because of this here. It's a lack of clarity. In other words, if I were to ask you, Mary, what's your goal with your body right now? Joel, what are you trying to achieve with your business? Simon, what's your goal on social media? What do you want to be known for? Most people cannot tell us. It's I'd like to, or I've thought about. It would be quite good if we're not clear. And that's why when people say, Jeff, why are you doing 3-word goals and Sphere Builder? It's because nothing will work unless you get clear on what it is you want from your life and you can communicate it in a compelling way. And the power of 3-word goals is you have to get your dreams and your goals into 3 words, and that 3-word constraint forces clarity upon you. That's why we're working with a 3-word goal intensive, which you can join at any time. We utilize AI, my trainings, my models to get you absolutely clear on what your goals are, because no one is going to support you. No one, or very few people, only the kind-hearted, feeble souls will support you unless you are clear as to what you are trying to achieve. And unless your clarity is also emotional, they won't help you, because it takes something to cross the sea of uncertainty. It takes one thing to make me swim across the ocean to help you. It takes inspiration. I have to be inspired. You could ask me to swim across, but I'm like, it's too far. I'm too busy. I'm a bit tired right now. But if you inspire me to swim across, I'll swim fast and I'll swim strong and I'll come help you. So the first thing is you've got to be absolutely clear as to what it is you want. Does this make sense? Type makes sense. And then the second thing, the second reason why people don't support you in your goals, or perhaps don't support you, it could just be that you're not clear. The second reason is people need to see action. They need to see action. If you've ever had a friend or been the friend who's had lots of goals, lots of dreams, lots of ideas, the ideas man, who never takes action on any idea, and then you turn around after your 751st idea and go to the people, why don't you believe in me? They're like, dude, we've heard this 750 times, right? We tried the first 10, but we didn't see any action. And so what I need you to understand is if you have goals with your business, you got to stop playing half-assed. If you're in this group and your goal is to build more referrals and you say, look, I just want a few more referrals, that's not good enough. But if your goal is to say, I want to build a business that's 100% word of mouth, where business just flows to me, where I can save on systems, where I can save on time, where people just can't help but tell their friends about me, and your goal for your 3 words is solely word of mouth or word of mouth only, then you can communicate that and you can say, I only survive here by doing a great job for you. Did I do a great job? Will you tell your friends about me? Yes, you were amazing. Let me tell my friends about you. You have clarity. And so you have to take responsibility for your goals and you have to take action. In fact, I go so far as to say that a human being's primary goal in life, to get meta, your main goal, your number one goal, your sole purpose in life is to stay connected to your goals. Someone else once said to me, the biggest gift you can give humanity is your own personal growth. Your number one goal when it comes to your sphere of influence is to communicate clearly what it is you want and to go after it 110%. If you don't support yourself, if you're not clear on what you want, if you're not referring yourself, why would you expect somebody else to? So that's the part you have to do. But the wise and shrewd ones of you will say, Jeff, I've even done that. I've done that. I've done all that. And still some people just won't support me. And that's the other truth that we're part of with Sphere Builder and work on with you in Sphere Builder Academy 3.0 is we're saying, look, you can have, maybe you do have some goals. You have the most amazing goals and you're taking action and you're clear about what you want. I'll draw this out. But if your heart was to look like anything, it would look a bit like this. You're living a big life, but the people around you, the people in your sphere of influence, the people on your email list, the people you nurture, the people you phone call, they're small. They're not big dreamers. They're not trying to break down barriers and see wild success and make the world better and get every ounce of juice out of life. They've settled. They're sitting on the couch people. I'm sure they're inspired by me, but they can't do much to help. And the truth is, and this is what our Sphere Builder Academy is for, sometimes we have to do this. This is in no means meant to denigrate people. It's just a practicality of growth. If you're with small-minded people, then to grow to the full extent of your life, we need to trade some of the small-minded people out, and we need to bring some of the large-hearted people in. And with our Sphere Builder, this is why we do the two things. Goals, getting you fired up, going after what you want. And then Sphere Builder, let's align you with people who can absolutely, fundamentally take you to a 10. And we say the problem is that we're going too wide, trying to appeal to everyone. What if I give you just 100 people and you get to fill 100 seats up at the table of your life, at the auditorium of your life, at the funeral of your life, metaphorically, with 100 most incredible, energizing, warm-hearted, big dreaming human beings? Then your life changes. Then you're not having to hustle all the time. You're not having to pimp yourself out on social media. What happens then is that those people create a sense of flow for you because they're pushing you towards your goals, but they're also telling others about you. They're lending support, they're lending help, they're lending inspiration, and you just start to just go from one level to another level because you're rising to the height of your company. And that's what Sphere Builder is about. We say, let's build a remarkable life in business. Doesn't matter what you do, actually. Let's build a remarkable life in business based on 100 incredibly energetic people. And some of you still sit there and go, where do I find those people? Those people don't exist. And you get small-minded again. And then you wonder why you've attracted small-minded people. Because there are 8 billion people, over 8 billion people on planet Earth, and we have ways of connecting with people that we've never been able to connect with again. Today, I messaged Sir Lewis Hamilton, the most successful Formula One racing car driver in history. I messaged him on Instagram to say, hey, I used to be a veterinarian. I saw that your dog passed. That's so tough. I'm so familiar with that. Just cherish the memories. That's why we have animals, and you'll always have the connection you have with Roscoe. Now, whether he replies or not is not the point. The point is, I had the ability to connect with one of the biggest superstars on the planet via social media, and here you are saying, Jeff, I can't find the people I want to be connected with. Rubbish! What happens is you're going too wide and you're thinking too small. So let's think narrow, and let's think deep, and let's build the kinds of connections that take you to your dreams in 2026. Goodness me, this noise, this discord, this disharmony online serves for no other purpose other than to remind us that we can find our people and we can be with our people and we can build the lives that we want. The last analogy I want to leave you with in regards to finding the people that will help you live your life and amplify your dreams is this concept of a tiny world. People are really good at living in tiny homes now. They live in tiny homes because it keeps life simple. Everything's close. It's easy, simple to manage. You can create your own tiny world now. And that's what AI, that's what the internet is taking us towards. Build your own tiny world with all the people that you need close to you. Build deep, build everything that you want, and you'll have the best life you could possibly have, and you'll succeed more than you can imagine. And the tiny world looks different depending on what your level of goals are, but everybody can have one. Everyone can have a life where they are reaching for something good, something that makes them a better human being, and they're surrounded by people who support them in that pursuit. And more than anything else in my life, I want that for you. So if you want help with goals, or you want help with your sphere of influence, or you want help with all of it, please send me a message. I'll show you how it works. We're doing some amazing stuff, building our own incredible tiny world full of entrepreneurs and realtors and solopreneurs who dare enough to dream and say, I want to care for human beings and I want to be surrounded by people who I love. If this is you, message me. Thank you so much for listening. You're incredible. I appreciate you in the group. Every time you comment on content, it helps me. Thank you. I'll talk to you all soon.